Heavenly Father, creator of heaven and earth, be with me today as I deliver the word that you have instilled in me to deliver. Let me deliver it the way that you have given it to me to deliver. In the name of your holy and perfect Son, we pray. Amen. Pastor gave me a little introduction, but I'd like to introduce myself also. So as you know, my name is Michael Atkinson. I'm 27 years old. I was born in New York and I spent some time in Jamaica, hence the accent you'll hear from time to time. My journey was a 7-year journey. Does anybody know what that number symbolizes? The number 7? Loud, shout. Completeness, what else? Perfection. To completely perfect what? By no means am I now perfect. To completely perfect my separation from Satan, from the devil.
Amen.
So my journey started in 2007 and it took me from Florida to New Jersey, where I was completely separated from everything that I've come to know and be familiar with. The scriptures tell us that it is in solitude that the Father works on us, correct? So here I am today. And obviously this is the brief version, but if you'd like to know the entire version, just ask. I don't bite. So the title of this message today is, Are We Ready? Are we ready for what? Well, if there's a bridegroom and a bride, you would surmise that there would be a wedding sometime, someplace, correct? It's interesting, in the olden days when a person of royalty would enter a kingdom, all the maidens of that kingdom would be lined up and this person would go through and select. But it's not any maiden, the fairest of all maidens, and the best is chosen. Ezekiel 17 describes to us the choosing of us by the royal of royals. And by human definition, he chose the worst. We were on the outskirts of town, discarded, filthy. But then he washed us in the blood, purified us and beautified us. And once we got a sense of our beauty, we rebelled, we got full of ourselves. So my question is this: how many women like the idea of a faithful husband? Raise your hand. Okay. How many men like the idea of a faithful wife? Raise your hand. Not too abstract a concept, right? So the core of today's message is faithfulness. Faithfulness in all variations. There is some irony in this message, and I didn't realize it until after the Father put the revelation in my mind. The story we will be examining today is Samson's story. And notice I said Samson's story, not Samson and Delilah. Delilah was a segment in his life. Samson had 2 wives. Okay? And this has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Samson has long locks and so do I. That's the irony, that's the coincidence. Nothing to do with it. Because what I'm going to speak about is the faithfulness, or rather the lack thereof, that is evident in this story. So, Samson had 2 wives. And both of them brought him down in some way. His first wife divulged his secret to his riddle, which confounded the assembly that was prepared for the feast for his wedding to his first wife. She was tempted with death. She was told that if she did not tell the riddle, that she would be killed. So she did what was asked of her. She told the answer to his riddle, and he was brought down in the sense of being ashamed in front of the Pharisees. Samson's second wife, Delilah, she was tempted purely by riches. Has anyone ever wondered why the relationship between God and the church is described as a marriage? Anybody? Okay. You see, what is marriage? Marriage is a lifetime union. It's forever. It's not on again, off again, sometimes yes, sometimes no. It is a union between 2 that becomes 1. God is absolute. God is not wishy-washy. Hence, it's a marriage. So what is marriage again? Till death do us part, in sickness or in health. Christ told us the cost, the price for following him, our life. What did he say? If you should die for my name's sake. Deny yourselves, take up your cross. If Samson's first wife was a true wife, she would have died and not divulged her husband's secret. Her unfaithfulness led her to her own death. A series of events that took place after she told led to the death of her entire family. If Samson's first wife had told the Pharisees that she would accept death rather than divulge the secret, she would have died an honorable death. She would have been counted as a good wife. Solomon would have used her as the example of a good wife rather than an abstract. She would have been known as the good wife who accepted death before she aided in the downfall of her husband. But as she sought to save her own life, not only did she lose her own life, but she caused her entire family to die. Once again, what does Christ say? What does he say about those who seek to save their own lives? They will lose it. His second wife was just plain and simply out for gain, out for greed. But both of them were able to be tempted in some way in order to bring down Samson. So as long as a wife is able to be tempted, she is a detriment to her husband. Job's wife is a prime example of the seed sown in shallow ground. As calamity comes, she runs away. The church is the bride of Christ. So women, please, I'm not bashing you. The church is the bride of Christ. And as long as we're able to be tempted, we will never enter the mansion he is preparing for us. Because unlike Samson, the father and the son have infinite wisdom. And they will not allow an untrustworthy wife to enter into their home. So as long as Satan can bribe or lure us in some way with anything of earthly possession, we are all denied. If the world has nothing to offer that stirs your desires, the only thing for you is heaven and the promises of Emmanuel. Satan has no power over the heavenly domain. So let me put it in another way, in other terms. That would be a man taking a woman to marry who still has feelings for her ex-husband or her ex-lover. That's just asking for trouble. See, the ex has her new number. Supposedly she was baptized. She's brand new. She has turned her ways, has turned her back on her previous ways, but the ex still has her new phone number. He texts her, he calls her, she answers. He invites her out, she goes with him. Then all of a sudden her current relationship is crumbling. You see, because the husband doesn't understand why, because he's busy securing a future, a proper future. But see, the ex, the devil, is promising fun, all types of fun things. Come with me, let's go out here, let's go do this. So all of a sudden she looks at her current husband now different. She argues with him, she calls him boring, you're not fun. And then all of a sudden you hear, girl, I'm getting back with my ex. But see, the thing is, she never left him in the first place. She just moved out of the house. But a faithful and true wife is what Christ wants. He wants a bride he can be proud of. A bride described by the wise king. So what is faith? Is faith just saying, yes, I believe in God, and that his son came and he died for us? Is that it? I give my tithe, I give my offering. When Christ walked, he told us not to be like the pagans who do all of what I just said. For the church, tithe. They do all of these things, but he said don't be like them. On the outside, the pagans easily pass for Christians, and good ones too. They pray on the street corner everywhere. They talk about how much they give, how much they do, how much they give up. They announce how much they sacrifice to follow Christ and commune with God. So on the outside, this is a great Christian. But Christ said don't be like them. What is faith? Faith is what you believe in. You will practice what you believe. If you didn't believe 1 + 1 was 2, you would not say it, you would not practice it, you would not believe it. So you practice what you believe, what you have faith in. a hypocrite like the teachers of the law. They say everything that sounds good, but practice none of it within their hearts. So Christ said that the prostitute and the sinner has a better chance of getting into heaven before these do. But to the outside world, these people are great Christians. When Samuel searched out God's chosen king, David, to succeed Saul, Samuel came to this realization that God searches hearts and not outward appearance. So what does it mean again to be faithful? It's being sure of what you don't see. So what does sure mean? Sure means there's no hint, no sprinkling, no dash of doubt in your mind. Why was it that the apostles could not cast out a certain demon? What did Christ say? For lack of faith. The faith of a mustard seed. So in the New Testament, James said, faith without deeds is useless. So you must do. What are you doing when no one is looking? What is in your heart? What did Christ say to the Pharisees that followed him who were entertaining evil thoughts in their heart? It was in their heart. See, God doesn't deal with the mouth, the vile, wicked mouth that praises him right now, and 10 minutes later the person who cuts you off, you curse him. He doesn't deal with that. He deals with this, the heart. The double-edged sword cuts through spirit and soul. So in Hebrews, we're told to draw near to God with a sincere heart. Once again. See, those who rely on the Father no matter what are faithful. Those who do not find his decrees and precepts burdensome are faithful. Those who will die for Christ are faithful. So the question is, who are we living to serve? People, ourselves, or are we living to serve God? Hebrews 11, 1 to 39 describe what faith is and who possessed it. So we are told, without faith, it is impossible to please God. Impossible to please God. So, the question is, if anyone has yet to receive Christ as their Lord and Savior, it is now. Now is the time to be converted within your own heart, within your own mind. And if you feel it in your heart and in your stomach right now, burning, tingling, fluttering, but there's something in your mind telling you, no, don't go, that's the devil. Break the chain. Let the Father purify you with the fire and wash you with the blood. And for all who feel that they are already there, they're already on the good side. See, the thing about the parable of the 10 virgins is this. All 10 made the initial preparations to go, but it was at the final hour that the few fell short. So prayer is never enough. Prayer can never be enough. So make sure you have extra oil. So this message was short and concise, but I hope it impacted you as much as it did me. But this is what the Father instilled in me. I read the story and he gave me the revelation afterwards. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, let your words reach. Let your words reach our hearts and our minds. Let us be truly converted from the heart, from the inside out. Let your supreme Son reign. And let us be faithful and strong, putting on the armor every day. Let us be ready to say, I do. Let nothing of the world tempt us. Let us gird our loins with strength. And let us truly believe and have faith in your word and all your promises. In the name of your perfect and supreme Son, we pray. Amen. Closing hymn is number 61.